Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are, whatever time it is. I hope everyone's doing well out there. This is Zip, and this is Zip Tips, Sunday speculation, where we just hang out, go over what's going on over the course of the last week, speculate on some things and developments that have been going on, and just pretty much just have a good time and have a conversation. And if there's any comments, if there's any folks out there in the audience, we will try to get to those as well. So go ahead and comment, ask away, and let me know what you have. But what an absolutely fantastic week it's been. Again, one of my big things that we talk about all the time is mindset and just blocking out the negative noise and staying on task with why we're here, and it's for investment. And we're going to get into some of that. There's been some controversy out there the last couple of days with regards to Bitcoin and XRP, and a lot of toxicity. And I get it; everybody wants to win, and so we're gonna get into that. So again, if this is your first time here, thank you for being here. I appreciate all the newest subscribers and everyone that has joined the channel, as we try to build up a community that just resonates with each other and build something so that we can find folks that we can spend time with on the beaches of the world together as we walk into our wealth and the wealth transfer that's happening, and that crypto, which is going to lead that effort, changing the financial system without a doubt. And we've seen some of that this past week with some of the new administration and President Trump and what's going on there, and putting an emphasis on crypto. And that's what I'm here for. I'm for all of crypto. I'm not a maxi in one coin or another coin. My basis is utility-based coins, and that's what I invest in. ISO 222 coins, and the ones that are going to be used to move financial services in the future. But with that, we'll go ahead and walk through the markets a little bit. And let me jump here and turn the comments on in case there's anyone out there that has any comments. Again, drop them in the live feed. First time playing with this interface here, so I should see them, but post away and I'll try to answer anything, any questions or anything as we're going along with this live stream. But again, markets today, they're down a little bit red right now, but Bitcoin's at 103, XRP at $3.04. But how about SHX? I don't know how many folks we have out there that are into SHX. I have dropped some videos on that, but that's one that's, I believe, up and coming, and that is on the Stellar Network. I actually have two tokens, and what I'll do on Sundays is try to answer some of the questions that I've seen in the comments throughout the week. But yeah, SCX, Stronghold token. There's an Ethereum-based token, and then there's one on the Stellar platform. I prefer the one on the Stellar platform, and I've been asked numerous times, how do you get SHX? And again, leading into this, none of this is financial advice. I'm not telling you what coins to get into. I see those in the comments many times. Again, I'm utility driven, and I'm in a very diverse, my portfolio is very diverse, and I'm in a lot of different coins. I do have my favorites, XRP, HBAR, XLM, but XDC, but I am in a lot of other projects and diversified across the board. But going back to SHX, it's had a little pump here recently, and it's up a little bit there. And over the course of 7 days, we see it's at 32% up, which is not a bad deal. So if you're into SHX, great for you. Again, my philosophy is long-term hold. I DCA in, I buy the dips, I DCA in, and I stay in, and I'm waiting for exit strategies. But out there on the X, we had Black Swan Capitalist, which is another phenomenal content provider. If you haven't listened to him, but basically saying altcoins, again, are just getting started. Those paying attention now will lead the next era in finance. And what he basically means about that is, yeah, we're getting ready to go into altcoin season without a doubt. with everything and all the developments that are occurring within the United States and the backing of the administration, we are getting ready to soar, and it's going to be fun. And the next 6 months are going to be absolutely tremendous. So drop in the comments if you're there. What coins are you guys into? What projects? Let's speculate a little bit, because that's what the point of this show really is just to have a conversation and talk about price action and where we think we're going to go. You know, XRP prices, I do believe in the coming months, within 6 months, obviously, we're definitely going to be over $4, my humble opinion. And I think we're going to be a lot higher than that, but we're going to see what's going on. Hello from Japan. I see you out there. Good to have you here. But yeah, XRP, speaking of XRP, is SBI out there in Japan. XRP is absolutely huge out there. And maybe you can give us a little insight in your perspective, but I believe XRP is absolutely going to pop. And where it's going to go is up, up, up. I'm not going to give any numbers, but my exit points are very high. And I've been in XRP for a while, and I'm just waiting for those exit points. My first exit point will probably be no earlier than $50. So do we hit that this year? Don't know. Time will tell, but that's the point to investing long-term, holding on and just waiting to exit with profits. What else do we have out there? So again, speculate, drop your favorite coins in the comments and let me know, or in the comments if you're not watching this live, as I'm always curious. I've seen some folks posting XCN out there, Onyx. I'm not personally in that project, but I have begun to explore it. But I'm true and steady with the coins that I've got. And again, not a maximalist in anything, but XRP is one of my favorite projects, and along with XDC. But I stay true and stride pretty much with these ones here and some other ones that I have in my portfolio. But I wanted to talk a little bit, because something that hasn't popped yet. We know the RLUSD is out there, and it's entering the market and building up steam. And wanted to listen to what David's the broad here in a minute. Sorry about that. But when RLUSD comes in on force, we got to remember that that's just giving XRP more liquidity in the market. And you're going to be able to trade in and out of RLUSD. And David kind of talks about that here as far as the auto bridging functionality if you're in the market. So let's have a listen to what he's got to say.
Fits the broader XRP Ledger ecosystem, driving more use cases and opportunities for developers. While XRP is the native currency on the Ledger, it was built to support any type of asset, crypto or fiat, issued to trade on the DEX. Bringing more credible assets on the DEX, like RLUSD, drives direct and indirect benefits. For example, it drives more trading volume, which natively uses XRP as a bridge asset through auto-bridging and generally benefits users, developers, and apps. A unique feature of the XRPL DEX is that auto-bridging utilizes XRP as the native currency to facilitate trades between any two assets on the.
So we hear him say it's going to add more volume, and that's exactly what we want, is more volume on the XRP ledger and in the networks. And that's what's getting ready to come. It's almost like this story has been written long ago. And I hope you all are being safe out there. Speaking of safe, let's add this little banner here, because I know the scammers are out there, and you are comfortable with your positions. Again, safety is of the utmost. These stinking scammers are out there in force, and please don't interact with them. Protect your bags. Again, today we're just talking about, I'm all over the place today, but I'll bounce from this thing to that thing, and that's just really what this live is about. There is no one certain project. You guys will lead me to different places, ask the questions, but please protect your assets. I like to keep mine in cold storage. I do use ledgers for my cold storage, and I do have web wallets as well. But all of my coins, all of my assets stay off of the exchanges. It's just not worth the risk of putting them on the exchanges. And if there were a hack or something were to occur, losing my assets on some of these exchanges, or worse than that, I decide the exit point is there and I want to get out of the market and I can't get into the exchanges. So I prefer to hold on to that versus having them on the exchanges. I've mentioned before, Caleb and Brown. I'm not sure how many of you folks are familiar with that, versus using a traditional exchange like Coinbase or Binance or even the Upholds. Caleb and Brown is phenomenal. It's white glove service. You talk to your broker. I can pick up the phone. I can email them, and they're always very responsive. And you can get in and out of the market and be guaranteed that your trade is going to go through and exit the markets. So I do use them along with the other exchanges, but you want multiple exit points is what you want as the markets start to heat up, because I can guarantee if you're new and you've never been through a bull market before, it gets crazy. And the exchanges, for whatever reason, tend to lock up just when you're ready to make a move. But again, I veered off there, and we were talking about RLUSD and where it's going to go. But that is building up steam, and that's going to add more volume, as David said, to the market. So I found this, and you guys are probably familiar with Jake Claver, and if you're not, I'd give him a follow. But if you're not familiar with auto bridging and what it is, I figure I'd play this real quick just to give you a background, and then you can go out and research it on your own as well.
Imagine trying to exchange the Turkish lira for the Mexican peso at a currency exchange. The teller says, we can do that, but not directly. We have to swap your lira for dollars first and then dollars to pesos. Doesn't that seem inefficient? Well, here's the plot twist. You actually get a better exchange rate doing it that way. Now imagine this process happening completely automatically in milliseconds without much effort on your part. That's what auto bridging on the XRPL does. It's not just for fiat currencies, it's also for any asset that's issued on the decentralized exchange.
Again, another capability on XRP with the auto bridging functionality. So all these tools, all of these capabilities, we know how powerful, how fast the XRP ledger is and the capabilities out there. And I want to put this up real quick because it's kind of cool. From New Zealand, and you're in holiday, huh? In Japan, that's awesome. To the moon. Happy for you, man. Once I exit these markets and as I become more wealthy, it's one of my interests is to travel the world, and more than what I've done. And New Zealand's definitely on the mark, and Japan as well. But yeah, so exiting the markets, XRP, RLUSD, the altcoins are coming, and the market's going to explode here in the very near future. So now's the time to prepare. I saw this out here today, some interesting news from XDC. I see To the Moon is invested in XDC as well. So you're well equipped and ready for the markets when they explode. But XDC is one of my favorite projects as well. I've been in XDC since 2019 when it was XDCE, and then we had to convert. So this project here, real world utility, trade finance, XDC, in my opinion, is going to pay great dividends if you're holding XDC. So, but I saw it here that a tool, they're all going to be coming to America. And looks like the XDC is going to be setting up, and he's the co-founder of XDC, if you did not know, but setting up a separate for-profit U.S. entity and super professional team across Washington, D.C. and Wall Street to work closely with the new administration. Everyone's coming in, folks. It's not just going to be XDC. It's going to be everyone that can come in, because if what Trump says he holds to, and he makes us the crypto America, the crypto capital of the world, it's going to be a great environment to be in, not only as an investor, but for these projects to work in and be supported by a positive administration. So bottom line there with the no XDC, looks like they're setting up offices in Washington, D.C. And I heard New York as well. If you read through the comment, yep, New York and D.C., which is very, very, very interesting. We know that Ripple is set up in Washington now as well. And with that executive position that came out, executive manager position that was posted a couple of weeks ago, even before President Trump took office. But again, everything is moving in the right direction, even with the markets being red. Don't pay attention to the markets. Just understand what you hold. And that's the point of really these conversations. My channel is just to put the information out there as much as possible and to keep your guys' mindset and ladies' mindset locked and loaded so that you understand what you hold. So I want everyone to succeed. I want everyone to be safe. I'm not, and again, that's why I'm not a maxi on one thing or the other thing, but things are moving at light speed. And again, the next 6 months, I believe, are going to be very, very exciting. So I'm sure everyone, if you're out on X, I'm sure you've been following the Bitcoin maxi drama, I'll call it. And the bottom line for me is I'm unemotional, and I'm going to show a comment here and a post that was out there that kind of resonated with me. I'm not in the markets for emotion. The only reason I'm in the markets is for what it can do for myself, my family, and those that I will be able to help in the end when I exit the markets at the levels I believe I'll be able to exit out of. So while I love XRP, I don't get into the emotional content of it's me against them. However, it is very disheartening to see all the BTC community, many of the maximalists, come out and take jabs at Ripple, take jabs at David, because they think their coin is better than our coin, kind of thing. The bottom line is, and we'll see here in a comment that I saw, but President Trump is going to obviously support American-based cryptos. And that's just going to be fact. So what goes into the stockpile of cryptos? He did not say when he said he's going to look at creating a stockpile, a reserve of cryptocurrencies, if you would. He didn't say he was picking one currency. I believe it's going to be a handful of currencies. And could Bitcoin be one of those? Absolutely. But with time will tell. But the vitriol that is out there and just the dissent and just the ugliness, it does no one any good. But me personally, I'm not emotional. I'm here for the money and other education to build relationships. And again, to make sure all of us make it across the finish line. There's not just going to be one winner at the end of the day, in my opinion. But anyhow, XRP Crypto Wolf asked out there, why did Bitcoin Maxi start attacking XRP out of nowhere? And this literally happened about a day and a half ago, 2 days ago, after some of the information that was coming out of Washington happened. And basically, David just said, we were pushing for a level playing field. And that is what's been spoken to for many, many years. Even in Trump's first term, he wasn't speaking to crypto, but he was talking about having a level playing field across the world, just so we're all level. And that goes to the banking and the financial transformation, in my opinion, that's going on, so we can level the playing field so everyone has equal opportunities. And that's what I believe in. And I hope that's where we get to. We want the whole world to succeed and to be able to financially succeed and to be able to make it without all the excessive inflation and all the things that have been going on. We want to level the playing field, and crypto has one part in leveling that playing field, but we'll find out. But that was David's post. Here's what really resonated with me and why I say I'm not a crypto maxi. or I'm a crypto maxi. I'm not a one crypto maxi. What they said out there, again, which Vincent Van Gogh put it perfectly. I don't give a dang about ideology, philosophy, sticking it to the governments, freedom, and all that crap. The above is what is important. I'm making money, and what is the risk. And that's the bottom line. I'm here to make money. I think we're all here to make money. That's what I got into crypto for. And when I get out, that's the reason I'll be getting out. Again, not getting involved in all the emotional discourse that's out there, just watching it. So again, maybe you do put some comments out there. I don't know what your opinions are or aren't with regards to what's going on with the battle out on X, but between the Bitcoin maxis and XRP community. But I love XRP, and that's one of my largest bags, and support it big time. And again, this comment right here says it all as far as what the administration is going to be doing.
Favorites, that this is like Team America kind of thing. And it was a projection of tremendous power to the rest of the world. This is what America's about. I love this is like Team America. The president doesn't play favorites, that this is like Team America kind of thing. And that the president doesn't play favorites, that this is like Team America kind of thing. And it was a projection of tremendous power to the rest of the world. This is what America's about. I loved every minute of it. And I think,
again, a level playing field. And that's where we want to get. We want everyone on the same playing field. And crypto is a tool. It's a utility that can allow us to get to that, so that we don't have to be beholden to the banks. The banks will still be involved, which we're going to talk about here in a minute. However, we have the capability right now, peer-to-peer, to be able to send each other money, crypto. We don't need the banks in the middle and for them to take another % off the top of it when we're doing cross-border transactions. If I want to be able to send money to someone in New Zealand, as an example, I should be able to do that without having to jump through a lot of hoops. I can send an email right now at a click of the button, and that's the way that money should also be transponded. I should be able to click a button, send it without a lot of fees, and leveling the playing field is part of that philosophy. And that's what crypto is bringing to all of us as a community. And it's not one coin that's going to do that. It's not going to be Bitcoin. It's not going to be Ethereum. And it's not just going to be XRP. It's going to be all these utility coins that we speak to, or that I speak to all the time, that are going to have intricate different parts in the system and handle different environments. This is going to be huge. And this is why XDC and a lot of other folks are coming towards America. So if we are in America, if we get this, if the president passes this and they can get this through, this is absolutely going to be huge for us, because our exit strategies, part of that exit strategy that you have to keep in mind is, I got to pay taxes when I'm leaving the market. And that's why I don't get in and out, and I'm not a day trader, so to speak. I just DCA in and I hold the course, because I don't want to have to deal with the tax consequences that are in the environment right now. But Eric Trump, excuse me, came out and confirmed this week there's been some big news for the US-based crypto projects. Eric Trump confirmed US-based projects like XRP, HBAR, and many more will eventually benefit from a zero capital gains tax, while non-US based projects face 30% tax. So again, obviously, Trump is going to support US-based coins. And I can't disagree with that. I live in America, and hopefully in your country, I don't know what the tax basis is in other countries that you're in, but in America, this is going to be huge if we can get zero capital gains tax. That is going to change how I exit the markets without a doubt, because I won't have to worry about the taxes, and I'm going to keep more capital off the top. So that's no longer a factor that's going to be in place. Absolutely ginormous, gigantic news. and they've mentioned this before. So we will see what happens. He says in here, additionally, Senator Ted Cruz plans to use the Congressional Review Act to challenge controversial IRS rules requiring DeFi brokers to report user data. And again, as we're transitioning into this new financial infrastructure, everything is going to change. DeFi is going to become front and center, and that's what we want. We want to be able to utilize DeFi because we can then keep capital in the market and make passive income within the DeFi environment. That's the big plan. So hopefully, I put a video out also on Flare this past week. Hopefully you got a chance to catch that. Flare is going to be a big player, and I think they're going to be doing big things, and especially once the FXRP comes online on their operational on the Flare network. That's big. That's a big deal. But again, with all the DeFi rules and everything else with taxes, it makes it very complicated. So hopefully they can get this stuff passed. Smoke always puts great content out on X, and join us out on X. If you're not on X, I don't get on a lot of social networks, but X, I do stay out there. So I stay tip of the spear with the latest news that is coming out. Join me out on X, and I try to post and put different comments out there about mindset and about crypto, obviously. So join us out there. But as we're talking about the reserve and the basket of tokens and assets that are going to be going out there, Smoke put this out there, why XRP is the strongest candidate for a strategic reserve. What do you guys think? I mean, he has his comments out here. XRP stands as the strongest candidate for U.S. strategic crypto reserve because of its unique combination of U.S. origin. And he has data out there for it. But what do you guys think? Do you think XRP should be in the basket of reserve currencies if you're an American? I do. And I think it will be. And again, he talks about the innovation and why he believes that it should be in this screenshot here, and basically demonstrates where Ripple is and the global coverage that it has across the globe, not just America. So it's going to be interesting, and we can speculate a little bit that if XRP gets into the basket of currencies, what is that going to do for price action? And I'll get to some of the comments here in a minute. I see them posting up to the moon. I've got you. We'll talk about some things in a minute. But yeah, if XRP, along with HBAR or any of these other tokens, go on as a basket of currencies in the United States Reserve and full backing, man, we better put our seatbelts on, and it's going to be very, very exciting with what it does to the volumes. Other things we have coming out, the ETFs, we know the SEC, which we're going to talk about now, the SEC is in full stride and moving, and they're moving fast. But we know that ETFs are coming. When the ETFs come for XRP, for HBAR, for some of these other projects that we're in, it's going to additionally create more volume in the market. Volume equates to money, capital, price go up. What we're all here for, price go up. That's what we want to see, and that's what's going to happen. But we know earlier this week again, and I put a video out on this today with regards with what this means. They rescinded SAB Staff Accounting Bulletin 121, which basically now opens up the floodgates because it's going to allow the banks to custody our crypto. Now, there's some confusion out there. I don't know fully what that's going to look like, but I do know they'll be able to hold XRP. It will lead to lending services in the future to where we may be able to broker, exchange, put our XRP up and leverage it and take a loan to go buy other assets, to go buy a house, to go buy a car, whatever the case may be. And when that loan is then paid off, we'll get our XRP back. But this opens up a whole new financial environment to where the banks can come in and they can begin to tokenize as well. Tokenization is going to be huge, ladies and gentlemen. They are going to tokenize, and I put videos out this week on Jamie Dimon and others, Fink, screaming they want tokenization, and they want it because they know what it's going to do. They're going to tokenize the stock exchange. They're going to tokenize real estate. HBAR is already working on those projects and has partnerships that are doing it. You're going to be able to buy fractions of a house. So you can invest in locations in New York City, in New Zealand, in Japan. Everything's going to move to tokenization. XDC is going to tokenize. That's where we're going, ladies and gentlemen. And that's the big picture. And again, that's the point to me, having these conversations and just make sure everyone's aware and is prepared, trying to put out as much content as I possibly can. The day job gets in the way with that because I still have one of those, as many of us do. But when this stuff hits, it is going to be at breakneck speed. And this rescindment here this week opens up banks being able to use crypto and be involved within crypto. Again, very exciting. I know most of us know that, what's going on. And again, Smoke, once again, he puts out there, institutional investors are about to flood the market without a doubt. Again, because of the ETFs and because of SAB 122 rescinding 121. And what you haven't been paying attention to is the fact that quietly behind the scenes, every major bank in the country has been launching blockchain programs and products and services, some for their institutional clients, others for their retail accounts. Bank of America, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, BlackRock, Schwab, Fidelity, you name it, add it to the list. And the Fortune 500 has been all over this too. And he lists everybody. The bottom line, investors are starting to pay attention. Crypto is becoming front and center. So if you've been in the markets for 7 years and you've just been kicking your assets and just going, just move, do something. Many of us held and have been holding XRP for a long, long time. And all that's getting ready to change. There is so much liquidity getting ready to enter these markets. I don't think it's going to blow our minds. So again, your mindset, be prepared for that and be ready. Have your exit strategies right now, write them down so you don't FOMO and think you're going to earn another dollar. If your exit strategy is $15 for XRP, then get it out. If it's $10 for XLM, whatever it is, be prepared to exit the markets. Please don't allow FOMO. I've been through the bull runs and I watched my portfolio ride all the way up to significant amounts, and I watched it ride right back down because I kept thinking, oh, well, one more day. I should have taken lessons learned. I should have taken some profit and then rode it back down and then put it back into the market, and my bags would be that much bigger. But again, be prepared because it's coming to us in a big way. All right, let me look at some of these comments right here, and I'll post them up and we can talk to them. If anyone's out there, I think we've got a few listeners. If you're out there on the live and you have any questions, now's the time. I'll try to get to some of these comments. And To the Moon says, I was trying to put money into Caleb and Brown, but had trouble with transferring into the bank that they use. Yeah, and I'm assuming To the Moon, you were doing that from New Zealand, so I'm not sure how that would work. But I know for me, I haven't had that issue. For us here in America, they've got a bank, and if you're American, they have a U.S. bank in Chicago that you work with. You basically wire your money to that bank, and they wire it to Caleb and Brown. Beyond that, there's been rumor, if you are an American, that Caleb and Brown is coming to America and they're going to set up an actual office here. That's still rumor, but this is speculation Sunday, so I'll say those kind of things. But that's coming. So Caleb Brown, I'm not sure why you had that issue. One of the things I do with Caleb Brown also to the moon, just as an idea, is sometimes I'll take a stable coin. So I'll buy USDC or USDT and now RLUSD, and I'll float it to Caleb and Brown, and I'll do I'll do the exchange that way, if need be. So couple ways to navigate through that, and hopefully that helps you. But the pen's got to say XLM to the moon. Yeah, XLM is another one of those projects that I enjoy, and without a doubt, I believe XLM is going to be strong in the future. And again, as all this liquidity comes into the markets, it's going to pump. And we know what XLM's backings are from. It's basically a carbon copy of XRP, and that's why it's so fast. And its back end is very similar to XRP. But again, with that, just wanted to jump on here this afternoon and just speculate about some things. And I hope everyone's doing well. And again, the big thing is mindset. So one of the things I talk about a lot is your mindset, because how your mind goes is how your day goes many, many times, all the time. So keep the positivity up, get in the gym. I'm a big gym rat. I love to go to the gym. And that's how I get rid of a lot of my negative noise, we'll call it. But tomorrow morning, I'll be in the gym first thing about 4 a.m. here, my time, and I'll get to it. And it just helps me keep that mindset together. And that's what I want to do. I want to build a community here of folks that resonate with each other and just keep us pumped up and keep you updated on the markets. I'll continue to drop content as much as possible. Please put comments out there. If you're looking for specific comment, let me know and I'll investigate it. Again, I've had some folks ask about XCN and I've looked into it. I don't own it personally, but there's a lot of crypto that I do own that I haven't put comment or haven't made videos on yet, just because there's so much to talk about. Again, speculation Sunday, my big ones, XRP, XLM, and HBAR are some of my favorite projects. XDC is right there with them. And then I am in Cardano as well and enjoy Cardano. And I believe it's going to have a large impact. But I have a lot of other stuff. But the market's going to be pumping, folks. Again, be ready, be prepared, and drop any comments. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. And we'll try to do these lives every Sunday. So try to have your comments ready. Any questions you may have, I will try to answer. And again, just keep your mindset on lock and stay focused and ignore the noise. And you're going to be fine. And it's going to be fun. And we're going to do it together in the next 6 months. With that, you guys have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Have a great week. And until next time, Zip is out.